Hey fans, this is an exercise video where you're going to be working through this exercise and then I'm going to work through all of the answers. So we're just practicing how to solve equations that have one variable. In this case, the exercise on the left, the variable is h. That's the unknown that we're going to solve for. If you don't know how to do this, watch the playlist and the video before this will explain how to do it. Okay, so pause the video if you need more time. I'm going to show you the answers in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so these are all of the answers to the exercises. If you got them all correct, you don't need to watch me go through the work. However, if you want to practice some technique, it might be useful for you to watch the rest of the video. Okay, so I'm going to start working through the questions that are on the left. So for question 1, we are going to have h over 3 equals 6. We're going to multiply both sides by 3, and that's going to give us h is equal to 6 times 3, which is 18. For question 2, we have 2h plus 3 equals 6. Now, this is a two-step equation because we're going to need to take 2 steps to solve it. We're going to take away 3 from both sides first, and then we are going to get 2h equals 3, and then we're going to divide by 2. The 2's cancel out, so it's going to be h is equal to 3 over 2. Question 3, 2h minus 3 equals 6. So almost the same as the previous question, but that's a negative. So in order to make a zero pair, rather than taking away 3 like in the previous question, if we took away 3, we'll end up with negative 6. We're going to add 3 instead. So that's a zero pair. We're going to do the same on the right hand side. So 2h is equal to 6 plus 3 is 9. And then we're going to divide by 2, divide by 2. So h is equal to 9 over 2. Okay, question 4. Now, we've got something in the denominator here. H minus 4, all divided by 2, is equal to 5. So we need to isolate the h, and we're going to undo the dividing by 2 by multiplying by 2. So times 2 times 2. So h minus 4 equals, well, 5 times 2 is 10. And then we're going to add 4 to both sides. So that's going to be h is equal to 14. Okay, I'm going to work through the rest of the questions now. So question 5, we have h over 3 is equal to 6. Now we need to isolate the h. So we're going to multiply both sides by 3. So that becomes 2h is equal to 18. And then we're going to divide by 2, divide by 2. So h is equal to 9. That's question 5. Now we're going to look at question 6. H minus 4 equals 5. First thing we want to do is just add 4 to both sides. So that becomes h is equal to 5 plus 4, which is 9. And then the last question, question 7, we are going to have, this one will involve 3 steps. Let's do that on a new slide here. I want to do 4 h plus 4 divided by 4 is equal to 5. So first step is I'm going to multiply everything by 4. Then I'm going to get 4h plus 4 equals 20. Then I'm going to take away 4 from both sides. So that becomes 4h equals 20 minus 4 is 16. Then we are going to divide by 4, so h is equal to 16 over 4 is just 4, and that's our answer. So these are the answers, the worked solutions to the 7 questions on the left. I'm now going to work through the worded questions in the exercise here. So it says Janet is 3 times as old as her daughter Mary. The sum of their ages is 48. How old will Janet be in 7 years? So we need to make this into an equation first. So we can just say Janet is J, and she is 3 times as old as her daughter Mary. So if another way to actually put this is if we make Mary J, then Janet will be 3J. Or we can make Mary M, let's use M. Janet would be 3 times M, so 3 times older. The sum, which means the addition, you add their ages up, is 48. So 3M plus M is equal to 48. Now we can solve this, we can simplify it first, so that means 4M is equal to 48. If you then divide both sides by 4, you can work out M, which is Mary's age. So 48 divided by 4 is 12. So Mary is 12 and Janet is 3M. So if M is 12, then 3M is 36. So it says, how old will Janet be in 7 years? Well, Janet is 36. So 36 plus 7 is going to give you 13. And 1 and 3 is 4. So 43 years old. So we're going to look at question 2, and we've got a similar looking question here. It says Ahmed is twice as old as Bobby. John is 7 years younger than Ahmed. If the sum of their ages is 38, how old is Bobby? Now, something about the previous question which is important, you may have noticed that I used M to write both of their ages. I didn't use M for Mary and J for Janet. If I used M and J, I wouldn't be able to add them together. So I need to keep them as few variables as possible. So let's just write the initials first. So Ahmed, Bobby, and John. Now let's stick with Bobby as the central letter here. So if Bobby is just B years old, then Ahmed is twice as old. So Ahmed will be 2B years old. Now John is 7 years younger than Ahmed. So 7 years younger than 2B. So that's going to be 2B minus 7. Now this is going to be, this is going to sum to 38 when we add them together. So when you add these together, it gives you 38. And actually what you have here is a nice simple equation that you can solve. So let's simplify it first. 2b plus b plus 2b is 5b. And then you've got minus 7 equals 38. So we're going to solve this now by adding 7 to both sides. So we get 5b equals 38 plus 7 is 45. And then we're going to divide by 5. So b is equal to 9. That's Bobby's age, so Bobby is equal to 9. And then we know that Ahmed is 2 times 9, which is 18. And then John is 18, take away 7, which is 11. Okay, question 3. Let's do that on a new slide. Can clear this up. Okay, so for question 3, when 43 is added to 4 times a number, the result is 64 more than 3 times 7. Okay. When 43 is added to 4 times a number, so we've got some number, we're adding 43 to 4 times that number. So 4 times that number plus 43. The result, so that's equal to 64 more than 3 times 7. So 3 times 7, and we want 64 more than that, so we're adding 64 to that. So 64 more than 3 times 7. Find the number. So we're going to find out what x is here. So 3 times 7 plus 64 is going to give you 85. So 4x plus 43 equals 85. I'm going to take away 43 from both sides. So 4x equals 85 minus 43, which is 42. And then I'm going to divide by 4, divide by 4. So x is equal to 42 over 4. And we can simplify that. So that will give us 21 divided by 2, which is 10.5. Now you could leave your answer in an exam as 21 over 2. You don't need to turn it to a decimal, but there we go. That is the exercise video for this. Keep watching this playlist to continue finishing off algebra. Smash the like button as well. I'll see you in the next video.